On December 7, 1941, Pearl Harbor was attacked by the Japanese in order to cripple the US giant before it got up. This was a day which will live in infamy for the American people. This giant, however, got up and stomped out the Japanese. However, the USA couldn't get up until a few months, which gave Japan time to continue its conquest in the Pacific. This led to several islands being taken over in the Pacific, of course, but also another Pearl Harbor in the Pacific, but it's not remembered by many. You know where I'm going with this. On February 12, 1942, Darwin Harbor was attacked by a Japanese surprise air attack. The defense was poorly equipped with limited and outdated guns back from the First World War. Also, there was no radar, meaning the troops weren't alerted until it was too late. Darwin was hit pretty bad. All but one aircraft was destroyed. Several cargo and transport ships were sunk or damaged, among other ships. Around 235 in total died, including 39 civilians, and half of that death toll were allies, and around 500 were wounded. There was debate that the overall death toll was around 1,000, but due to the records of the Minanda and record archives, this claim is false. The reasoning behind the claim might have been the media trying to downplay the bombing in the news to prevent mass panic to the other regions. This attack did followed by mass panic, looting, and an evacuation from the Northern Territory, so yeah, makes sense. The militaries of Australia and the USA knew the importance of the loss. The towns that were hit were used as air bases. The cargo on the vessels were supplies for the fights in Java and the Philippines. Japan occupied and fought in these regions until they surrendered in 1945. Because of this event, Australian military got their wake-up call just like the USA. Darwin would recover, fortified, and have improved defenses. The army slowly built up to be ready to fight in the Pacific with the USA. Darwin would construct underground bunkers and facilities to store oil and supplies. Interesting was Sydney using the old St. James Tunnel as a public air raid shelter and a storage for troops, ammunition and supplies. Regardless of how far anyone lived in Australia, there was real fear of Japan invading Australia. But after the Battle of Midway and Coral Sea, Japan's invasion plans were cancelled. Even if Japan got a foothold in the Northern Territories of Australia, which would be the most likely place they could get a foothold, Japan would most likely be pushed back and fall flat on its face due to several reasons that deserve its own video. Interesting enough, Australia's tank, the AC Sentinel, might have seen combat for the first time, but that's a story for another day. This is Riz on the Riz Ranger channel. Thank you for watching this episode to the end. I tend to upload an episode every month about something interesting about Australia history. And there's quite a lot of good stories if you dig deep. If you like what you see, click the like button. It really brings a smile to my face. And if you want to see more or be notified on the next video, click that subscribe button.